Chapter 51. Murray. It was dark before they hit the motorway. Murray had made one phone call after another since they left the bedsit, and when it was obvious he wasn't going to be free to drive anytime soon, he had handed the keys to Sarah. I'm not insured. He'll be covered under mine. Murray mentally crossed his fingers. I hope he was right. I can't remember the last time I drove. It's like riding a bike. He shut his eyes as they joined the M242. Sarah pulling out in front of a 10-ton truck amid a cacophony of horns. She settled into the middle lane at a steady 70 miles per hour, ignoring the cars that flashed her from behind to move over. Her knuckles white on the steering wheel. Murray hadn't been able to get hold of anyone at Eastbourne Borough Planning Office, and he didn't have the authority to call someone out. Before he found someone who did, he needed to get his facts right. He smoothed out the papers he found in the bin of the bedsit. It was a printout of Robert Drake's planning application, crumpled and stained, but still readable. There had been many occasions over Murray's 30-year career when a gut feeling had provided the key to an otherwise frustrating investigation. He might be a few years out of date with the latest legislation and procedure, but instinct never retired. Drake had something to do with his neighbour's disappearance. Murray was sure of it. Murray skimmed over the objections, interested not in the content but in the detail of the complainants. Next, he worked his way through the supporting documents. He scanned the elevation drawings and compared the proposed footprints with the existing one. It was a huge extension. Murray wasn't surprised by the number of objections. He looked at the next page, reading through the long list of building materials, techniques, and suggested methodology for the extension. He couldn't have explained what he was looking for, only that he felt certain the key to this case lay with Robert Drake. He found a buried paragraph halfway down the final page. Murray looked up, almost surprised to find himself still in the car. In his head, he'd been in the CID office amid the hustle and bustle of a dozen live cases, the good-natured ribbing between colleagues, and the fallout from office politics. There was no time to ponder on how life had changed. No time to do anything other than finally calling the job he had been sitting on since Anna Johnson first walked into Lower Meds police station. Hello? Detective Sergeant James Kennedy did not sound like a man on duty. He sounded, in fact, like a man who had the good fortune to be off for a couple of days after Christmas on call and was settling down with a beer, his wife and his kids, for a quiet New Year's Eve in. Murray was about to change all that. James, it's Murray Mackenzie. A brief pause before James feigned enthusiasm. Murray imagined him glancing at his wife, shaking his head to indicate that no, it's nothing important. Remember I mentioned the Johnson suicide when I was swung by it last week? Whether James did or not, Murray didn't wait to find out. Turns out they weren't suicides. Murray felt the familiar buzz of a job gaining momentum, heard his voice assume the energy of younger years. What? Murray had his attention now. Tom and Caroline Johnson didn't kill themselves. The suicides were faked. How do you... It didn't matter that Murray was going on to get another bollocking from Leah Griffiths. What did he care? He was going to resign anyway. He took another glance at Sarah, her knuckles still white on the steering wheel, and decided it might be better if he did the driving in the new motorhome. On the 21st of December, the anniversary of Caroline Johnson's death, the Johnson's daughter Anna received an anonymous note suggesting the suicides weren't straightforward. I've been looking into them since then, intercepting James. He kept on talking. Accepting James. He kept on talking. I should have handed it over, but I wanted to give you something more concrete to go on, and I didn't think you'd take it seriously. He wanted to add, but didn't. Neither did he add that the case had given him a focus. They had given him and Sarah a distraction from their own lives. And now you have. Murray heard a door being closed. The background sound of James' children fading away. The witness call on the 9, saying Tom Johnson had gone over the cliff, was a fake. It was made on a mobile phone bought by the Johnsons on the day Tom allegedly died. Hang on, I'm making notes. There was no hesitation now. No questioning on James' voice about the validity of Murray's claim. There was no pulling rank, no insistence that Murray go through proper channels. No one saw Caroline jump. The chaplain was a credible witness because he really did see Caroline on the edge of the cliff, appearing as though she was going to jump. Murray remembered the young chaplain's statement, his angst that he hadn't been able to save Caroline Johnson. When all this was over, Murray would find the poor chap and tell him what really happened. Give him some peace of mind. There's a planning application in which Eastbourne Borough Council, Murray went on, if James was surprised by this apparent change of tack, he didn't show it. If I can't get hold of anyone in office, we need access to the back end of the planning portal and the IP address of everyone who lodged an objection to extension proposal for the house next door to the Johnsons. What are we looking for? Confirmation. One of those objections would be from an IP address in or near Swancote, Derbyshire, from a woman using the name Angela Grange. Murray was certain of it. Caroline had just as determined to stop the extension that Robert Drake's had been to push it through. If she didn't regret that already, she soon would. I'll put in a call. The anonymous note Anna received was intended to flush Caroline out, and it did just that. She left Derbyshire on the 21st of December. It doesn't take a genius to guess where she went. The family home? Bingo. And we don't get there soon. And if we don't get there soon, someone else is going to get hurt. Why will James broke off when he spoke again? It was more urgent, more serious, as though he already knew the answer to the question. Murray, where's Tom Johnson? Murray was as sure as he could be, but he still hesitated. Within seconds of putting down the phone, James would be picking up again, requesting resources, calling officers in the home, CSI detectives, warrants, and a method of entry team. The full major incident machine. What if Murray was wrong? He's there too. Chapter 52. Anna. Mum and I look at each other, horror freezing our faces into identical masks. He knows you're here. It's out before I can stop it. Mark looks between us. Who does? What's going on? Neither of us answers. I doubt either of us knows how. I'm calling the police. No, in unison. I glance around. Is he here? Is he there, watching us, seeing our reaction? I shut the front door, pulling across the chain with fingers that shook so much I drop it twice, buying myself time. Mark picks up the phone. Please don't. I should never have gone to the police station when the anniversary card arrived. It only made things worse. Why on earth not Anna? Someone just tried to set fire to the house because my mum will go to prison because I'll be arrested for hiding her. First a brick through the window, now this. His fingers hover over the keys. He stares at me, reading my expression, then looks between me and my mother. There's something I don't know isn't there. My dad isn't dead. He sent the anniversary card because he knew my mum wasn't either. But when he realized I'd gone to the police, he tried to stop me. He put a dead rabbit on our doorstep. He threw a brick through our door's bedroom window. He's unstable and he's dangerous, and he's watching the house. Because I look at Mum, I have to tell him. I never wanted to drag him into this mess, but I can't lie to him anymore. It isn't fair. I do my best to convey this to Mum, who steps forward, one hand in front of her, so she can physically stop the words in her mouth. I haven't been honest with you about why I'm in Eastbourne. She speaks quickly before I even manage to formulate the exclamation mark is long overdue. She holds my gaze. Please. It's all too much. Helping Mum pack, preparing to lose her for the second time. Murray Mackenzie stopped just short of accusing me of conspiracy. Now this. It feels as though my nerve endings are outside my body. Each revelation a series of electric shocks. Then you better explain now. Mark moves the phone from one hand to the other and back again. I call to the police just seconds away. The coldness in his eyes makes me shiver, even though I know it was only worry putting it there. I take Ella from Mum for the reassurance of her weight in my arms, the feeling of a warm body against mine. Mum glances at me. She shakes her head almost imperceptibly. Don't. I keep quiet. I'm running away, she says. My marriage broke down last year and I've been hiding from my husband ever since. I keep my eyes trained on Mark. There's no sign that he doesn't believe Mum. And why wouldn't he? It's the truth. Just before Christmas, he found out where I was living. I didn't know where to go. I thought if I lay low for a bit, he should have told us that, Angela. The words were admonishing, but Mark's tone is soft. Many of his patients have come from or are still in abusive relationships. Perhaps some abusers themselves. I've never asked. And Mark would never say if there was a chance he would follow you there. Yeah. That you might put us at risk too. You should have told us. I know, I'm sorry. I suppose it was him who put the brick through the window. I bought a train ticket online. He must have looked at my email. It's the only way he could have known where I was headed. Caroline was the only Eastbourne address in my contacts. Mark looks at the phone in his hand, then looks at the door, where the letter shows back to front. We need to tell the police. No, Mum and I say together. You don't know what he's like. Who you're dealing with, Mark. Have you met him? I nod. He's dangerous. If we report him to the police, we can't stay here. Not when he knows we're here. He could do anything. I'm still shaking. I rock Ella from side to side, more to expel some of the adrenaline coursing through my veins than to soothe her. Mark paces the hall, tapping the phone against his thigh as he walks. I'll go. Mum has her bag in hand. It's me he wants. I should never have to come here. It's not fair to involve you. She takes a step towards the door and I grab her arm. You can't go. I was leaving anyway. You knew that. She takes my hand off her arms and gives it a gentle squeeze. It's different now. He knows where you are. He'll hurt you. And if I stay, he'll hurt you. It's Mark who breaks the insurance son. You both need to go. He's decisive, rummaging the dresser drawer for a set of keys. He hands to me. Go to my flat. I'll wait. Yeah, and call the police. What flat? No, I can't involve you both in this. I need to go. Mum tries to open the door, but Mark was quicker than her. He puts one hand flat against the door. You've already involved us, Angela, and as much as I sympathise with the situation, my priority is keeping Anna and our daughter safe, which means getting them the hell away from this house until you exit safely behind bars. He's right. Mark's flat's in London. No one will know we're there. Ella squirms in my arm, awake and hungry for feed. Mum's face is pale. She's searching for an argument, but there are none to be had. This is the best way forward. Once we're safely out of Eastbourne, Mark can call the police, and I'll convince Mum that we have to come clean. There's no other way. I don't want Anna and the baby with me, Mum says. It's not safe. Given that your ex has to try to set fire to a house, it's hardly safe for them here. Mark held out her head. Go. Listen, Tim. I put a hand on Mum's arm. Take us. All I can think about is getting far away from Eastbourne, from Dad, from Murray and Mackenzie, and questions that circle around the truth. She sighs, relenting. I'll drive. You sit with Ella. We don't want to have it to stop. She looks at Mark. Be careful, won't you? He's dangerous. Call me when you're at the flat, and don't let anyone in except me, understood? Mum grips the steering wheel, her eyes intent on the road. I'm in the back, Ella strapped in her seat beside me, sucking furiously on the knuckle of my thumb. In lieu of the breast she wants, it won't be long before she starts crying for milk. Perhaps we can pull over once we're safely away from Eastbourne. Dad doesn't know. Mark's flat exists, I repeated. When I see Mum check the rear mirror for the 100th time since she left, it's okay. It's not okay, she close to tears. Nothing's going to be okay. I feel my own eyes stinging. I need her to be strong. I need her strong so I can be strong. That's the way it's always been. I remember falling over as a child, feeling the searing pain in my skin knees. Ups the daisy, Mum would say, pulling me to my feet. I read her face and see her smile without actively thinking whether it hurt or not. More or less, I would feel the pain on my skin knees slipping away. The police were always going to find our Mum. In the mirror, her face is ashen. It's Dad that will go for. They'll go easy on you. They'll see you're forced into it. You probably won't even go to prison. You'll get a suspended sentence. She's not listening. She's scanning the street looking for something, looking for Dad. And suddenly she slams on the brakes and I shoot forward, the lap strap in the middle of the seat of my car, going to do me to hold me back. Get out. What? We're in the outskirts of Eastbourne. There's a bus stop just there. Or you can ring Mark to come pick you up. Her foot rests on the clutch, her hand on the brake, and she's crying. It was never meant to be like this, Anna. I never meant to get anyone to get hurt. I never meant for you to be involved. I don't move. I'm not leaving you. Please, Anna, it's for your own good. We're in this together. She waits a full 10 seconds, then with a sound that is midway between crying and moan, she releases the handbrake and carries on driving. I'm sorry. I know you are. All those years of mopping up my tears and sticking plasters on my knees, and now I'm the strong one. It's Mum who needs me. I wonder if this metamorphosis has taken place only because of the extraordinary circumstances in which we find ourselves, or whether this is the natural progression of woman as they move from daughter to mother. We drive in silence except for Ella, who has progressed from practice or squawks to full-blown wails. Can we stop again? We can't. Mum checking the rearview mirror again and again, just for 5 minutes. She won't stop if I don't feed her. Mum's eyes flick from the mirror to the road and back. She's seen something. What is it? There's a black Mitsubishi behind us. She pressed hard on the accelerator, and the burst of speed pushes me against my seat. It's following us.